about to start the first leg of the journey, all ready to go, bikes packed up. 65 kilometers to Heimbach. Hello Lewis. So I guess we'll say hello either on the way or there. Our first glimpse of the German countryside. We're about halfway on day one. I have Lewis behind me. I've got the Irish flag. And we're good to go. We are at the end of day one. We arrived safely, have our tent set up, have eaten just in the middle of packing and unpacking. Lewis has gone off to a shower. A nice little spot beside the river in the campsite. Well, quite a bit of space around us. So we did about 70 kilometers today. Because we got a little bit lost at one point, so we reckon it was about 5 kilometers out of the way, maybe a bit more. So about 70 kilometers. We are absolutely wrecked, but we got here safely, and we're gonna get some sleep soon. Get ready for tomorrow. So this is just after starting the day 2. We packed up everything this morning. It took a little bit longer than we'd hoped, but we've come up a little bit now. We're up a massive hill. Here comes Lewis. And the hill continues all the way up and up and up. So I'll catch you on the other side. At the end of today, we didn't make it all the way to Schulenburg. The couple of hills really were difficult today, but more importantly, Lewis got a flat tire that literally has taken us about the last 2 hours to repair. So bearing that in mind, we haven't got time to continue on to Schulenburg, or at least closer to there. So we've camped up here for the night. You can see the tent up there already to go. We're gonna get some food here. There's a nice little restaurant. It leaves us a lot to catch up tomorrow, but we're gonna get up nice and early because I'll have a bit more rest, and we'll power on through. Hopefully I'll talk to you tomorrow. So this is day 3. We've made good time today. We're through Schulenburg now, just on the other side of it. We got a little bit delayed this morning with another problem with the wheel, but we have a temporary fix. We're going to stop at the next bike shop that's open and see if we can get them to fix it properly. We've got to push on now, so I will talk to you later. We've just stopped for lunch. We're making really good time. It's very, very hot out now. So Lewis is really starting to struggle. He just stopped and bought a bottle of water and literally drank the entire thing. So he's gone back now, just about a kilometre back up the road to the same shop to get 2 more. I'm starting to worry about him a little bit, but we'll wait and see how things go. Hopefully we'll make it to Viadnen tonight. If not, just past Asperger, I'd be happy with that. Hopefully that will catch us up a bit anyway. Worst case scenario, we'll have to cut Luxemburg off and head down towards Trier instead, and just cut that leg of the journey off. But we'll wait and see how far we get this evening. Hopefully when it cools down, Lewis will be able to keep going again. So yeah, I'll let you know where we end up. Okay, so we made it as far as Duisburg today. It's good we made up some time from yesterday. We've had our dinner and all that stuff. We're about 20 kilometers outside Viadnen, which is where we had planned on being today, so it's not too bad. We took a wrong turn at one point, but we've managed to find the right road. But we did gamble at one point where we decided to go down a dirt track, but the dirt track turned out to be an absolute disaster. We ended up going about 500 foot on an almost vertical climb. It was absolutely exhausting. So I'm gonna get some sleep. There is a thunderstorm on the horizon. I hope it holds off. Otherwise I'll be talking to you sooner rather than later, as I won't be getting much sleep. See you in the morning. Good morning. We managed to avoid the big thunderstorm last night, but just as we were starting to pack up, it started to thunder down very, very heavily. It's starting to ease off now, but luckily we managed to take shelter just in the canopy under someone's caravan. Thankfully there's no one in it, just to pack up our stuff nice and dry. We're hoping to hit Luxemburg today, so let's know how we get on. So we made really good time yesterday. We made it all the way down to Luxemburg. When we got here, the hostel was booked out though, so we had to look elsewhere. So we got this cheap hotel. It was €60 for the two of us for a double bed for the night, and it's fairly basic. Just in bed, that's the shower over there, door out, toilet and window. The plan for today is to hit a supermarket, bike shop, so just get new tyres, and then head on and see how far we can get, hopefully as far as Trier without too much difficulty, so I'll let you know later. So this morning we took our time in Luxemburg City. We got new tyres for Lewis, so we don't have to worry about punctures anymore. They were way on the expensive side, but at least that's something now we don't have to worry about for the rest of the trip, or ever again. I had a bit of problems with my gears this morning, so we had to stop and fix them, but then we made really, really good time, considering we left Luxembourg at about 12. We're now sitting by, what's the name of the river, Lewis?
Mosel.
We're by the river Mosel. Lewis has his feet in the water, quite literally chilling out. We're going to continue on for a little while until about 8 o'clock. The latest day we've been cycling, but we left late, so we're alright. Hopefully we'll reach Trier by then, camp up somewhere around there. And then tomorrow we shall continue on, and hopefully we'll be flying again. So we're looking at back in Cologne on what day?
Wednesday latest.
We're aiming to be there Wednesday.
Yeah.
So we'll let you know what happens later on at the campsite. Okay, so we pushed on after Trier, and we made really, really good time, and we are now at, I think it's Swarwich. Our aim was to get to the border today, so the fact, considering we left so late, our aim was to get to the border. The fact we made it all the way to Switch is brilliant. We're going to have a look at the maps later on and decide how far we're going to get tomorrow. I think now I'd like to shorten the trip a little bit and see if we can get back in 7 days as opposed to 8, but Lewis wants to leave it at 8, but we'll see how things go anyway. So talk to you tomorrow. So today we got up, there was thunderstorms on the horizon, so we decided to push on, have a quick breakfast, and then we stopped probably about 10 o'clock for a decent breakfast, only to be greeted by this. Non-stop torrential rain, as you can see from Lewis modelling the latest soaked clothing line.
Lightning too, thunder and lightning.
There's been thunder and lightning pretty much the entire time. We are drowned pretty much. Absolutely no signs of giving up anytime soon. But we'll push on anyway, and hopefully it'll ease up. So today we actually did really well. We didn't make it on as far as we had wanted, but it turns out our expectations are absolutely ridiculous. We didn't realise how far the river went, winding every direction. We had a couple of incidences today. So we had the rain this morning, which we already talked about, but that cleared up not long after we stopped to take shelter there, so that was okay. Then we went on, and Lewis had a small tumble off his bicycle. We're going around a corner side by side, which turned out to be a bad idea. Lewis's wheel clipped into the dirt and he started to wobble, and the weight of the bag just toppled him over. But the funny part was, by the time I'd managed to turn around, he was doing this amazingly agile commando roll, stood up perfectly straight afterwards and waved at the Germans who were rushing over to help him to say he was okay. It was hilarious. He's fine though, no scratches or anything from it, amazingly. Then we pushed on and we stopped for lunch. Where?
We stopped for lunch in the long word that begins with the B and the short word that begins with a K. I no idea.
We stopped somewhere for lunch to get hamburgers in this nice little burger joint thing. So we went in there, and it was starting to just turn into a nicer day anyway. We came back out and it was 40 degrees and ridiculous humidity because it had been raining all morning. Actually, I've never been so hot in my life. That's probably a lie, but it was pretty hot. We got awesome ice cream. It was really good ice cream. When we chilled out along the river at one point, so we made it all the way to Boulay. So we're sitting camping now, all chilled out. We had our dinner, really nice restaurant here in the campsite. Amazing pork steaks, smoked pork steaks, really cheap as well. The only problem is we didn't hit a bank machine today, so we kind of are running low on actual cash, and my cards aren't working inside, and Lewis has no money left in his. So we were going to get a nice bottle of local wine, considering we're in the wine district, but that didn't work out. The plan is to get one tomorrow and bring it back to Cologne and have that when we get there instead. I think that's it.
I think so too.
The plan for tomorrow is to reach Koblenz. And then the plan for the day after is to reach all the way to Cologne. So hopefully we'll be cutting the trip a day short but doing the exact same distance. So we'll see how it goes and we'll let you know how we get on tomorrow. So this morning we pushed on very, very fast. We've made it to Cochem now, which is about 35k from the name of wherever the place was we stayed last night. We have had a snack and now we're ready to go on again. Koblenz is between 50 and 60 kilometers away. We're not exactly sure which, but it'll be similar distance to what we did yesterday, so we should be okay. Once we get there, there's one last campsite in Koblenz, which we're going to hopefully make it to and stay in, and then it's a final push on to Cologne tomorrow, so I'll let you know what happens later on. We made it to Koblenz. We are in the campsite that we had intended to get to. We got here about 5:30. We've had plenty of time to chill out, relax, get some decent amount of food in, showers, pretty much everything we needed to do. We had a nice little campsite under a couple of trees. The ground here isn't great, it's very stony, so we picked the best we could, but it'll do. We're only here for one night and then we're in Cologne tomorrow. So we've got to do about 90 kilometers tomorrow, I think. We should be easily there by about 6 or 7 tomorrow evening. So I'll let you know the stories in the morning. Good night.
Morning.
Would you like to tell us what the plan for today is?
Have some breakfast and leave here at a good time. Then slowly make our way to Cologne. You know, we'll just like try to do it nice and slow and pace ourselves. Get there whatever.
And we got to do that thing that we've been doing every day, is powering through. It seems you say it every day.
Power through, yeah. I'd like to do it. I'd like to do a 90-kilometer dash, but I don't think I have it in me either.
No. Alright, so we will talk to you later when we stop for some food because we are tired. So we're going to push on to Cologne now soon enough. We're a little bit over halfway.
Wait, push halfway.
Almost at Bonn, so that's pretty close. We should hopefully be there around 6 or 7 this evening. It's very hot out, so we stopped for ice cream. I will see you when we get to Cologne. Okay, we got back yesterday. We stopped off at Lewis's dad's house at about 6 o'clock, said hello to him, and then came all the way back here via the shopping centre to get some dinner. So we calculated the distance just there, and it was about 605 kilometres, as accurate as we can calculate it from the maps. So now we're going to go over the highlights of the trip. Lewis, highlight for you?
The bear camp, any downhill section, and probably the food we had in Dasburg was incredible.
For me, it was the very first day. We had a ridiculous uphill climb that was absolutely killer, and then on the other side of the hill or mountain, there was one slalom style downhill section that you'd expect to see in Top Gear, and it was the single best hill I had ever gone down on my bike. It was amazing. The food in Dasburg was really good as well, purely because it was about 9 o'clock and we were so hungry by that point. Any food would have been good, but we got good food, which made it even better. Overall, it was an exhausting trip, full of many highs and many lows.
Yeah.
I would definitely do it again, but maybe not that distance. Maybe half the distance and half the time. You know, just something a bit more chilled out next time.
Maybe half the distance in the full time.
Yeah, so just a bit more chilled out anyway. I definitely loved coming back along the Mosel. That was really nice to see the wine district, and just along the river there was some really nice spots. Anything else?
No, I'm good.
And now I will leave you with a photo montage from the journey. See you later.